What is up, mortals? DanDanKill1 here, and in the video today I'm going to be showing you a couple of the guns, well, the only guns that I consider to be god rolls. As you know, last week was the 26th week of the Search for God Rolls, which marks the half a year mark that I've been putting out god roll videos. And honestly, I haven't gotten too many. Kind of disappointed about it. So I've decided to do this video now, partially because I've spent the last 4 to 5 days away, and I haven't been able to play at all, pretty much. So instead of, trying to put together a bunch of small loot drops, I've actually just decided to show you a couple of the weapons that I've gotten. Some of them will be from the House of Wolves, because that's where I got the majority of my god rolls. But yeah, these are the guns that I consider to be god rolls. So obviously I have my Year 1 Ill Will from the House of Wolves. Pretty great as it goes. I ended up getting Steady Hand and Sure Shot, arguably the two best sights in the game. Final Round and Luck in the Chamber with Brace Frame. And obviously Brace Frame drops the magazine size from 7 to 5, which means that 2 out of 5 bullets is going to be, extra damage. Not only that, but the way that Final Round works, it doesn't actually count as a luck round. So so Luck in the Chamber can actually proc on the final bullet, making the possibility of one-shotting someone a definite. So I have a few clips of me actually taking down someone with 3 bullets from the Ill Will, and then getting a one tap on a guy with a headshot, because it does do about 215 damage, I think. So it's quite a lot of fun to use. Obviously, I don't use it that much anymore, just because it is so underleveled. But yeah, that was one of my first god rolls that I ever got, and I was very happy when I did get it. I spent a lot of time trying to get it. Obviously, the first vendor roll Palindrome with Rangefinder and Rifle Barrel, and then Spray and Play. Everyone has it, but I mean, it's still a god roll, and I whip it out all the time. It's so accurate and so fun. A couple of weeks ago, I got this IS Luna drop. This is the closest I've gotten to a god roll, honestly. With Luck in the Chamber and Rifle Barrel, the only thing I would change is Rescue Mag. I'd probably change that to Rangefinder, but obviously I don't get to choose the perks that I get. It also comes with True Sight and Sure Shot, so I lucked out pretty well on that one. I do enjoy using this quite a bit, just as a laid-back weapon. It's a lot of fun to use, and I don't know, I was very happy when I got it. I use the Burning Eye Adept, although that's not really a god roll because it only ever comes with one roll. But yeah, I use that a lot in PvE. Moving on, we have one of my first ever god rolls, the Her Benevolence. Once again, a House of Wolves rerollable weapon. This is pretty much got exactly what I want in a sniper rifle. It has short gaze, hidden hand, quick draw, and then a useful other perk. Honestly, I still use this in sweats. It's a lot of fun. I don't know. It's just something that I use quite a bit. It's not my most used Her Benevolence. The other one that I'm about to show you here is my most used one, purely because back in the day, before they nerfed Snapshot and Unflinching, this was the beast to have, in my opinion. I don't think I ever switched off this, just because Unflinching made it impossible to miss 90% of the time, and Snapshot, when paired with any of the hunter classes, just was insane. Actually, when paired with anything, it was insane, and obviously the Hidden Hand helped quite a bit. I have considered going in grinding for another Her Benevolence and having Hidden Hand, Quick Draw, and Replenish when I pop my super, so I will have ammo more often, but we'll see how I go. Moving back, I've got my the weapons from this year. being my new LDR. I use this one quite a bit. This is my main go-to LDR. Obviously, it has long view and hidden hand, which are two of the perks that I really look for in a sniper. I mean, a lot of people don't, but these are just necessities for me. I really enjoy them. I don't really have anything too. I don't think there's anything too interesting in this other perk slot here. Of course, to make this one of my preferred god rolls, it'd have to have quick draw or snapshot, and then something like partial refund or life support or something like that in this front part here, just to push me over the edge there. But this is my main go-to. It was a lot of fun to use in my Blade Dancer before Blade Dancer's quick draw perk got nerfed. No idea why Bungie did that, but you know the game's pretty much at an end anyway. So moving on to my my other most used sniper, being the Longbow Synthesis. This one it's pretty insane to use. It's just got that little bit of leverage over the longbow, not the longbow, sorry, the LDR. The one problem I have with it is I would use this more consistently if when I picked up ammo it got 4 rounds instead of 3, but when I pick up an ammo crate this only gets 3 rounds in the Crucible. I don't really notice Guerrilla Fighter coming in handy much when I'm using this because I am generally an aggressive sniper, but it's nice to have there if I wanna play a little defensive. People don't really expect you poking out of cover, especially in Destiny. My Each New Day, as you guys know, if you've looked into this in the description, I'm really looking for a nice one of these. This is pretty close to True Vanguard's. His being Icarus, I think it's Rangefinder and Rifle Barrel and Rangefinder. Personally, I would much prefer to have either one of these switched with either Rifle Barrel or Rangefinder. I'm not too much of a fan of having both, just because I enjoy having that little bit of extra stability to handle the kick. But we'll see how it goes. I don't generally run with accelerated cores, just because I like a little bit of impact, but it's a pretty fun setup to use, honestly, and it's great to use in anything, actually. Just people don't expect you to be coming from above them with a fusion rifle, I don't think. Just because of the charge time, and not many people expect the Icarus on a fusion rifle. And I really enjoy using it, it's a lot of fun. Finally, I got my Wormwood, and I think I got this from one of the first weeks of the Search for God rolls. Obviously, it comes with high caliber rounds, fitted stock, and rangefinder, and this thing is just a machine. Like, even after the patch to sidearms where they don't have a ridiculous amount of ammo, running this with a No Land Beyond is it's just an incredible pairing. It's like, you know, peanut butter and jelly, or you know, steak and potato, or whatever. It's ridiculous. It tears through people. It does I think it does 54 for a headshot, which is absolutely insane. People say that it rivals The Last Word, and it's a great rival for The Last Word, and I 100% agree. Honestly, I'm so glad that I picked this up so early. This was one of my first God rolls, and I haven't been able to put it down. I use it all the time. Moving on, I've got my Zombie Apocalypse here. My Zombie Apocalypse is a brilliant machine gun, especially seeing as though it has counterbalance and perfect balance along with the rangefinder. I don't think there's any better roll, honestly. The stability on this is insane. Even if I had a perk that could drop the stability, like I would run small bore, minus the fact that it does drop the magazine size, and I'm very fond of having a decent magazine size. But honestly, I don't think you can get any better than this in a Zombie Apocalypse, personally. Just the stability max paired with the range is insane. I was very happy when this dropped for me. This is one of my pretty much go-to heavy weapons in the Crucible if I wanna, just anything. I'm guaranteed a 5-kill streak with this gun every single time I use it. Moving on, I have the I haven't really tested these two out yet. I haven't had the opportunity yet. I might do that this week, but they both have pretty decent rolls. But I'll get back to you on that. But to the first Iron Banner gun that I really got in year 2, or that from the Taken King. I really enjoy this. It's a lot of fun. It has a very decent range. The stability is also pretty nice. I would use Reinforced Barrel just for that little extra range, but I feel like it's pretty fine where it is, especially with crowd control. I don't really use the spray and play perk. I feel like that's pretty wasted on this, seeing as though I don't ever use it in Crucible, and a 35 magazine is, I mean, you don't really get anything extra than that from a heavy crate. But I mean, it is nice to know that I can use this in PvE if I need to. But as I said, like, running into a room with crowd control really is quite a destructive force. Going on, this is the Vertigo from the vendor role being the Taken King, and I don't think I've seen a rocket launcher better than this at all, especially in this current year. I don't think you'll ever find a rocket launcher with a higher velocity than the overall blast radius. This is my go-to rocket launcher if I'm going to be using heavy in trials. It's quick. It delivers a hell of a lot of explosive, payloads and everything, and it's like you can't get away from it. If I'm not using Truth or anything like that, this is the one I'll go for. It's just so destructive, and I'm so glad I picked it up from the vendor way back when. Finally, the last weapon is the Ash Factory here. This is the pretty much only God rolled weapon I've gotten from actually a drop in the Crucible. The pairing of Tripod and Field Scout is ridiculous. I think I end up with something like 8 or 9 rounds, 8 or 9 rounds overall, which is just an incredible destructive power. And I generally run this I would generally run this in a Nightfall, especially Arcburn Nightfalls, but I'll end up using this in PvE a lot because it's just got that much ammo. Paired with grenades and horseshoes, you can just fire and run behind a corner. It's so devastating. I'm so glad I got it. Anyway, those are the majority of the God rolls that I've had. This Isolina was the first one I got, by the way, so it's not too bad, but it does me proud sometimes, but it's just not all there. But those are the God rolls. I'm gonna I'll just after this part here, I'm just gonna show the packs that I got last week, the ones that I did get whilst I was playing, and the Nightfalls. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out and it helps other people find the content as well. I'll catch you guys out there.